Hello, my name is Kent Syverson, and I'm here to give you a video tour of my book, Adventures in Glacier Bay. You can see the cover on the screen there, but I will hold the book up here so you can see the beautiful cover. Here is the spine, and here is the back cover. And if you look inside, you can see that there are many large format color photographs in this book. So what is this book about? Well, this book is about 2 summers that I spent in Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve in Alaska. I was a young grad student associated with the National Geographic Society's Burroughs Glacier expedition. And while up there, we were in a beautiful part of the world, such as here, the Johns Hopkins Glacier with the Fairweather Range. Many cruise ships come up to see this. But we were living about 50 miles from the nearest outpost, typically one or two other people. So one of the major themes in the book is, what does it feel like when civilization, here's the boat, that civilization is sailing away and you're looking at that boat sailing away for the next 3 months. What is that like? Well, one thing that it is, it's a lot of work. So here you can see my fellow assistants and myself all saddled up and ready to hike 2 miles from the ocean up to our camp. That's about 2 miles. And here is the Burroughs Glacier where I was doing my work. This is a hiking and backpacking adventure story with stories of real life as well. It is not a geology textbook. And after much work, eventually you set up your living tents here in the middle of the wilderness with beautiful Idaho Ridge towering in the background. And here's our small cook tent with the glacier in the background. You truly feel small when you are working in the wilderness up there. So once your camp is set up, you need to go to work. So I have one chapter that talks about the interesting landforms that we studied up there and how we went about doing that fieldwork, crossing these rivers and collecting data. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful place to do work. Here I am in 1989 on the Burroughs Glacier. Beautiful place to do work. And you're on top of the world, except when you're not. What happens when the rain, fog, and cold set in for 1 week at a time? What happens when you make a mistake and you and your field assistant are on the plane of doom, in danger because of your inexperience? What happens when you have a death march trying to establish your route to your new camp through uncharted territory? What happens when your outfitter does not deliver the supplies that you ordered and the food that you ordered? What is that like? But whether it's raining on you or whether the sun is shining and here I'm eating my lunch on a beautiful sunny day, eating Chips Ahoy cookies, life is good. But what is it like doing laundry in the wilderness? What about eating breakfast for the umpteenth time? What do you eat when you're in the wilderness? These are all things that I talk about in different chapters in my book. And all the while, the summer is growing shorter and shorter, and you start to anticipate going home. Finally, your last day comes, and you have to take down your living tent for the last time. You hike out to the ocean for the last time. What about that excitement? What about that emotional turmoil of going home? So that's what this book is about. You're invited to join my story, and this is the first sunset I saw coming out of the wilderness. This book is printed in full color with more than 100 color images. It's available on Amazon.com, and if you purchase the book, please feel free to leave an honest review on Amazon. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much for your time.